Hello and welcome to the My Life's a Movie podcast. I'm your host Dre,
And Artemis.
and today we have a very, very special guest.
Yes, sir.
Would you like to introduce yourself?
Yes, Art. I would like to introduce myself. I am Kai.
Hi Kai, it's nice to see you.
Yeah.
Today we are talking about relationships.
We're talking about drama.
We talking about my favorite drama.
Oh, God.
So you guys are ready?
Let's talk about this bitch, Margaret. Let's do this.
Oh,
Let's do
you going
this.
straight into?
Listen.
You said fuck a butter up?
She has stuff to
Because
say.
I have a lot of things to get off my chest about Marguerite.
Okay, so Marguerite is my ex,
Mm-hmm.
and we were all friends with her,
Mm-hmm.
and we're gonna talk about some of the shit she done.
We're going to talk
Some of the
about
things she said.
toxic behaviors in some exes. And
I mean-
them not like to admit that they're toxic. They don't like to admit that they're toxic. And we going to expose them hoes. Because who better to do it than your friends?
Oh, you're right. Especially when you want to say, hey, I want to still be friends, but I need to block you off all social media because you remind me of my fucking ex.
Or when you call me up and you're like, hey, I need your help with something. But don't tell my girlfriend. Or hey, how you been? I missed your voice. But I also have a 1-year-old daughter. Yeah, we gonna get into this today.
Okay, just for reference, guys, before this started, Kai didn't want to speak about anything.
I didn't want to talk about anything because I was gonna cry like a fucking baby because a girl is stressed. But guess what we're gonna do today?
Catharsis.
There you go.
Okay.
I'm so happy I convinced you to come on this podcast.
You know what? I'm
You have
happy
the perfect energy to talk about what I like to talk about.
because I have a lot of thoughts.
You are Mr. Thesis.
Things are going to get
They're gonna get
spicy.
juicy and very funny too because I'm gonna have you guys cracking the fuck up tonight.
What's spicy and juicy, like crawfish? Or
Hot and
Little
juicy,
bit.
girl.
Oh, hot and juicy. This
Hot and juicy. It's hot and juicy is good.
is hot and juicy
We
podcast.
need to set that up. A date, friend date.
A friend date.
That's healthy. Friend dates are healthy.
Friend dates are healthy, actually.
That needs to be a thing.
I want to go on a friend date with Noah.
You guys should have a
I
picnic
love
date
him.
I
Love
love
him to
him.
death.
out in
Noah's
like
so pretty.
summertime.
He's
Fresh fruit, that brioche bread, toasted, that cold drink on a nice day, some nice music, maybe some lo-fi.
You know what I can't get over? People are like, beer, pop one open, so refreshing. And I'm like,
Beer is like
it's
dirt.
alright.
Beer
so bad.
literally tastes like dirt.
I hate it.
I like some beers, but I don't think it's refreshing. Like,
I
oh.
had a high. No, I'm not gonna say that. Actually, never mind.
Oh.
I'm just gonna say that I had a drink the other night.
Mhm.
It was a non-alcoholic drink, and it was fucking disgusting. But it was supposed to be alcoholic, but it was gross.
Oh,
Yeah, it was supposed to be a replica of a beer,
and it failed miserably.
and it was horrible. But it tastes. By the person who made it, they said it tastes exactly like the beer. They said this is what it's supposed to taste like, and it tasted like fucking dirt.
I think they're capping. They probably messed up and like, no, this is what it's supposed to taste
No,
like.
they probably actually
trying to-
poured me exactly what it like. They probably poured me like the
that's
name
so
brand.
nasty.
They're
That's so
like,
nasty.
let's give this girl the real thing.
She gonna get toasted
Girl, listen. You know what I needed?
someday.
No.
Yeah, it's ripping.
No. I need a drink. That's what I need. I need a good drink. Shit. Maybe I do, Art. Maybe I do. Maybe that's exactly what I need. I don't know. I don't know what I need.
Do we know what we need? I feel like it's healthy to think about what you need, but so that's a lot of self-reflection. I don't
You
know
have
what
to
I
think
need.
about
I've done a
think
lot.
about what you need, like actually.
I've done a lot of self-reflection after my ex. Like,
I did
I went through a
too.
lot through that.
I was like, literally, I remember the day, the devastation of the
The reckoning.
truths that I found out about my ex. I remember it was like my third day into like deep depression, and I was sitting on this couch, like curled up in a ball, and my mom came up to me. She's like, you know you're worth it, right? And I literally couldn't even look her in her eyes because I was like, I had to sit there and like genuinely think. I was like, do I think I'm worth it? Like, do I think I'm enough for myself to get better after this? That's how bad it was. And I literally couldn't even tell her because she was waiting for me to tell her because she was like, that's the first step of healing is recognizing that you know that you are worthy of a good relationship or a better version of yourself. And
or
she
step in the right direction.
Yeah, and when she told me that, I was just like, I couldn't even answer her because at the time I was like, no, I don't. I genuinely don't think I am, but I'm glad that you think so.
We know so.
Yeah, we know so.
We know so.
Oh my god. There's going to be a lot of self-deprecation. I'm so sorry.
Well, talking about exes always gets you down because breakups are the worst. They tear you
They
apart.
tear you up.
You gonna talk about Margaret?
At some point, we will get to that. But same thing with Artemis. I boost her confidence
Me too.
every time
I
we're
like
around.
to just straight up flirt with you, honestly. I like to flirt with her all the time.
So if you around, I'm gonna boost your confidence too. I'm gonna let you know that you're worth it.
I just be trying, you know? But Artemis? Girl.
Hey, I'm only trying. I feel good today. Today is a win for me. I've had a couple of rough months where, like, yeah, I was happy. Like, they weren't all bad, but a lot of bad things happened, and I felt like a little negative about it. And today, I got good news. I got the job, not the job I was looking for, but it's a job, and I'm gonna have fun there, and it's gonna be a new experience, and I'm happy.
Oh, and your unemployment got approved, so you'll get your back pay
Yes.
up to your job.
Stammy.
Hey, I'm gonna get my bread. Like, what did my brother say? My brother said, hey, when you start working hard, that bread doesn't come in. Like, you gotta work really hard, build that foundation, and then the bread come in fat.
Yeah, he said it don't come in easy.
When you
but
start
when it
start making money,
fat.
you make money.
Yeah.
So, shout out to Lil T.
Let's
Is
see.
that?
I saw him post. I saw him post on a story about his band, and they're like
they're
looking
good.
they're looking for it, and I'm like, bro, this is fire.
They're good. Hey, share
I
it.
told him he was really good. I was like, damn, because I genuinely thought he was playing like a song off of like YouTube or something. He's like, no, that was me playing in my room. I was like, damn,
No, they're booking right now, and they're booking on the low because it's spring.
Yeah.
Lots of quinceañeras coming up, and they're booking $200 an hour.
Yeah, they perform.
And they're good. They have a good show. So
I'm sure.
I'm really proud of him that he, managed to step away from school and not go into, because he's kind of about that shit.
Yeah.
But he's only semi into it because he has this band to fall back on a project that he really cares about and likes. So it's like something that keeps him away from, got the glizzy in his pocket.
yeah, and he has a lot of support. Like, I'm actually really glad that good friends of mine that are like family, like you guys as well, are there for him, and he looks up to you. Like, he's like, yeah, this is my sister and everything, but her friends will look out for me too.
Oh yeah, I got his back or anything.
Me too. That's my little homie every time I see him.
That's his name in my contact.
Little homie.
Little homie.
That's my little T.
Some good shakes.
That's
some
good
shit.
though that he has that support. Because
Yeah,
a lot of kids.
I mean, that's really important. And
It is.
I've learned that through relationships, that having a good foundation of support,
Especially from your friends.
Yeah,
Man.
especially other than that individual that you're in that relationship with. Because there's a certain level of intimate support that goes deeper, but you need a foundation of other people around you to help you up.
That's true.
Because I was talking to my friend Tino about this, and we were talking about a girl that he was talking to, and that he became really reliant on her, building him up. Like, she would compliment him and stuff.
He was like relying on her.
But he was insecure himself, so when he got things like that, it made him feel nice and stuff.
For
and
that
he was,
like reassurance.
yeah, it was a lot of reassurance, but he didn't understand it because he didn't have it in himself because he was like insecure
Like
and stuff.
he can't look in himself.
Because we were there for him, but we weren't always exactly the best of support because we're sort of toxic. We're like mean to each other, but it's
You
at
got
a
your
different level.
own dynamic.
Because it's not
of
serious. It's not
relationship.
serious.
Yeah.
If a stranger say, "I hate you," versus when
Your
we
friend,
say,
yeah.
"I hate you," it come off different.
Yeah.
So
Like-
we play around. So
Like when Dre says, "Kai, I hate you," I'd be like, I hate you too. No homo.
yeah, exactly.
Hey, you got your socks on?
Hell yeah, brother.
So, you might remember this Kai. I had that one ex, and he just indirectly insulted me. Like, I don't think he was even doing it on purpose, but he asked me to get laser hair removal on my back.
Oh my god.
Oh, I remember this.
That guy.
And my back is not like super hairy. I am not like what is that big gorilla guy? King Kong.
Big gorilla guy. I thought you were talking about a human. You were talking about King Kong?
That's the worst one, okay.
Oh, what's the other guy? There's some guy from the Umbrella Academy, Luther. He's this big ape guy.
Oh, okay.
I don't know what I was thinking of, but no.
That sounds borderline.
I have like
racist.
a normal for you girls who like have some like hair on your back or like like
Yeah,
on your
that's
arms.
normal. Like
It's
at
normal.
the salon,
Mhm.
it's not abnormal to get girls to get like their back waxed. Or,
Yeah, because you work at the salon where I got my legs waxed.
Right.
Mhm.
Which, by the way, I wanted to ask you how that's going because
Oh,
you're
it's
smooth like a
so-
baby.
It's coming back now, but I'm so
Yeah.
pretty.
That's
He is
listen.
pretty.
It's not abnormal to have hair on your body. It's hair. It's everywhere.
Yeah, but also just mine
But
isn't
for a
super
guy to mention your, that's some.
Well,
that's
that's-
some
Let me see your
sexist
armpits.
Shit right
Let me
there.
see your armpits real quick, bud.
Right, let
No,
me
he
see your
shaved them.
armpits.
thick. He shaved them.
I do too.
That's just his own little weird thing, like that just sounds like him projecting on you, honestly.
I guess so. I mean, yeah, I get it's your preference and all for you to be like hair free and everything, and that's fine.
But
And then also like one
time,
time I just walked in and I was putting my hair into a ponytail and he's like, I guess it's like hair wash day, right? And I was like, I took a shower before coming here. And he's like, oh, but you didn't wash your hair. And I said, actually, I did. I'm just throwing it up in a ponytail. And he's like, oh, well, it's really greasy. I was like, dude.
that's nice.
This man is really uncomfortable with hair, for sure.
Yeah, but
he must got like a weird fetish or something.
I don't know, but he made me feel more insecure than I did before.
Mhm.
And it took me a minute to realize, I'm like, hey.
Yeah, hair is
That
normal.
is not-
That's
well,
a
it's-
normal thing.
That's not even me. Like, those weren't things that I were ever concerned about on my own.
Right.
So
Why should
now
I
I'm
be
over
concerned? Yeah, like why should you be concerned about that now?
So I get that kind of what Datino was saying, but
Mhm.
instead of like having that positive reinforcement, I had that negative added, and I was like, dude,
Yeah.
no. Like, I don't need this other person.
Yeah, you instead of having someone build you up, you had someone tearing you down.
Yeah.
That's what we call toxicity.
Man, that's crazy.
And you guys have had a lot of toxicity in your lives. I've only had one real toxic, which is Margaret, and then
I
I've
can't
been
stand
toxic
Margaret.
to one of my exes before. And then the rest were kind of bouncing back and forth. Maybe a couple mean ones there, but it wasn't exactly toxic.
The funny thing about Margaret is she
She's
spent so much.
aware.
Yeah, she knows what she's doing, but she's also really, really like concentrated on self-help and improving.
But
and
never actually enforces that to herself. She doesn't apply it to herself though.
yeah, so
That
she,
was really my problem with her, is that she talks game, like seriously. She's
Practice
all
what you
about-
preach.
well,
Man.
can we? I don't think it's fair to like call her herself
Mhm.
toxic.
No, she
Just
toxic.
because like she
She
has
toxic.
a bunch of relationships in her life where she is the healthy one and she's helping other people through some
Nah,
tough things.
I'd fight you on that.
Really?
Yeah.
I'm way more healthy than she was.
Yeah.
Oh God.
Well,
Like,
you guys-
she, by all
Stable
means that
weight.
I know her, she is toxic.
She's very toxic.
like as a person, to
But
me, she
what
wasn't.
she's been through and stuff, I completely understand how you would act. But like,
yeah, like
you-
overall.
but that doesn't. You can have reasons to be a toxic person, but that doesn't
take away
excuse
from
you
the fact
that you
you're-
still are
that you're
toxic.
toxic.
So she
yeah.
is a toxic person, but she's been through stuff that made her toxic.
Yeah.
Okay, maybe that's just my perspective.
And she's
because
just
remember, I
she's
told
in
you
a
Max.
denial.
Like for the longest time, I was like, Max isn't a bad person.
No,
he just
Max
does
is toxic.
bad things.
No, Max is toxic.
Max is toxic.
Max is probably, I don't think Dre knows this, but Max is the only male that I told Art that I wanted Dre to punch in the face and not pay.
I would 100%.
I told Art,
If
I said I
I
would
get-
pay top dollar.
If I
to
get
see
Artemis's
Dre.
permission to on site
Oh my
deck him,
God,
I would take it.
see that.
So I was talking to Max's brother because me and him are good. We are on really good terms, and I told him about that. I was like, my really good friend Kai wants Dre to like just
I want
beat
him to
the hell out of him.
dismantle him. Like I literally want to see him distraught.
And Max is on the thinner side, but he's a really tall guy.
He's tall.
He's tall, but
He's
that
tall.
doesn't matter though.
But
Dre, man. Oh my
But that
God.
doesn't matter. Dre, he's tall, but he's not super tall.
But Dre is built.
But
though.
he can fight.
He's a gym rat. Like,
yeah, he is. He got veins.
I don't care how tall you are. Dre is like, listen, I don't care how tall you are. I don't care how short you are, how built you think you are. Dre is muscle. That's he has nothing else. He has nothing else.
No, but his brother was telling me, he's like, no, he fights like from the top, and like you can see where all of his punches lie. I said, oh, Dre will have a great time.
Yeah, it's smart to fight from the top though, because if you're taller than someone, that works. If you're the same size, then you'll get decked because you're coming up top.
Oh.
You're a lot slower. So you want to go inside, short.
I don't know, I'm short.
That's why you should keep it inside, right?
Yeah.
You're average for a female, yes.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Slightly, I think you're actually above average by like an inch.
I'm 5'5".
I think
You're taller than me?
5'3", 5'4"
I'm
is
5'5".
average.
Yeah.
I'm 5'4". Well, barely.
Yeah, you're average.
But
I think it's 5'3", 5'4" is average for
Yeah.
a female, and then 5'5" you're an inch taller.
That's crazy.
I
And then
believe.
there's your type.
He likes those.
She needs to be undersized. She gotta be 5'2" or under.
She gotta be 2 inches tall. She's gotta be 1 foot exactly. You can't be taller than that.
So she can fit on his desk.
You know? Just sit her
While
on
he's
there.
gaming?
Like a bobblehead. Boom.
Yo, okay. So me and John, we used to do this Christmas bingo sheet, and it was purely satire. And this one girl, she so she had done some unmentionable things and kind of chewing down on someone, and they were both a part of the choir. And so for Christmas, we got her a bobblehead. And she just never knew why we got her a bobblehead. We got her a bobblehead of herself. Because, you know, like, bobbing on his D.
Oh my god.
That's so funny.
It
That's
was
so funny.
hilarious.
That's
Okay.
so petty. I love it.
There's a better one. So there was this girl in the choir who dated this other girl in the choir. And this other girl had a name like Strawberry. And,
Oh, okay.
So John
Uh-huh.
got the one who broke up with this girl strawberry flavored candy for Christmas.
Oh,
No way.
Like just
I love that.
to like, and she had no
You
idea.
told me about that.
Yeah.
Oh my
I like
God.
John so much. Like his
I have
personality.
a love-hate relationship
I love him so
with
much.
him in
The only-
my mind.
The only reason I never liked him before is because he didn't like me.
I didn't know he didn't like you.
Because he thought I was into his ex that he's obsessed with, or he used to be obsessed with.
Oh
Yeah,
my God.
so he hated me, and I hate people that hate me because I love drama. So it's like if you put that energy in me, I'm coming back, and I want to play with you.
We should have
But
a
I
name
love-
for that said ex too.
Oh.
That's gonna be.
That's we call her.
Don't we just call her Julie?
Yeah, we just call her Julie because she goes by a new name now. So it's really.
Is that right?
Yeah.
Yeah, she does.
What is it?
I can't tell you her new
I can't
name.
tell you now.
Oh, here.
We'll tell you later.
Yeah, I'll tell you later.
That's interesting.
But so, and she seems fine with that. So, but he used to be obsessed with her, and he thought I liked her. So I guess he didn't like me because of that, something like that. But
Yeah.
he
'cause,
does the most
everybody thinks
petty
you guys would be
and
like,
fun stuff, and his personality is so pretty. He's such a diva, and I love it.
I have
So
a
all the stories about
love-hate
him
relationship
Are so
with
nice.
him
And the first time I met him, he was the best.
in my mind because he just says things sometimes, and I'm just like, I look at him, and I just like go into this blind,
Did you really say that?
instant rage, like.
So we actually what day is today?
Today's Friday.
It's Friday.
So yesterday morning, after I got my nails done, because girl gotta get her nails done. She got a new job. She gotta look pretty for the service industry.
You know.
But anyways, afterwards I went to go see him, and we had like a cooking morning. So we made a French omelet and pancakes from scratch, and cooked some sausage, and we had a great time. Like
That sounds really good.
we were just talking, and like I get that too. Like sometimes I'll hear him say something, and then we'll pause. We just laugh. He's like,
That's
He's
when I have
funny.
that rage. Is
He's
when
funny.
he'll. It's not. I'm not even saying it's all the time, but it's just sometimes. Like he'll just say something. I'm just looking at him like, why the fuck did you say that
Me
to
and-
me?
me and him are a dangerous combo.
Yeah,
So-
I love it though. Like your dynamic is perfect.
Something that John reminds me of is he reminds me of petty stuff, and like I feel like he'd do something like where, because my ex cut her
Did you
hair.
see the photo he made?
He made a photo.
Wait, which the infinity?
Yeah. Yeah, you would love him.
He made one with me. He said Artemis and the Infinity Sims.
Oh, true.
The original one
Dre.
for Julie.
Uh-huh.
Jesus.
You have your Infinity Sims too, Dre.
Yeah.
He made one with you.
He did.
Yeah.
Who are my Infinity Sims? What?
Like all of your exes, all of them ever.
I guess.
Probably the boys.
Yes.
Y'all are obsessed
Yes.
with each other, and I love
dude,
it.
I love my boys so much. Like, I hype them up, but it's like genuine love for them.
You guys love each other. I
Like, you know, I would kiss them like low key. Not, I don't
You
think
kiss
so
your
actually,
homies goodnight.
because because a couple of my boys have kissed each other before, and like it was like for videos and stuff, just mess around.
I
But
will never forget that video of one of the boys punching the other one over
dude,
that song.
that's
shit was
a
so
legend. That's a
funny.
legend.
Okay, let me just say, yes, one of the boys punched the other one in the face as hard as he could, and then like two years later at one of my parties, they fucking kissed right in front of me. One of them I was dating, so I was just a little bit pissed, you know?
Dude, they've kissed and stuff, and like it's just we kind of
It's
came
all
to an
love.
accept that it's like
It's just the
we
homies.
don't like the physical stuff. Like
It's
especially
no homo.
me and Noah, like we talked about this the other day, and he was like, yeah, I'm like straight, and we had to talk about sexuality and stuff, and it's like, you know, because sexuality is a concept we made up, and being bi is like you 70% straight and 30% guys and yada yada stuff like that, and we were like, okay, so you can't really understand sexuality, but he's like, nah, I couldn't see myself romantically with another man. That's where I'm like, I agree with him. Like, I couldn't be
But he
romantically
can or
with,
he can't?
he can't,
Oh, okay.
and I can't. I couldn't see myself romantically with another man. I couldn't see myself doing anything physical with another man. That's why I won't kiss anyone. But it's like, you know, I have that level of love for them where I'm like, you know, I'm ride or die for them.
Yeah.
So it's like I'm basically at the
That's
point where
like
I
me
would kiss them
kissing
kind of shit,
Art.
basically. Yeah, yeah.
But I mean, it's different though because I like girls, so like I can see myself in a romantic relationship with a girl.
So I'm gonna be flat out right now. So we thought I was straight, and then we thought I was bi-curious, and then we thought I was bi, and I even had like a fling with this one girl, and it
Rocks.
it went weird. So now we think I might not be bi, but also we're just gonna say I'm queer and go
You
with
got
that.
traumatized a little bit, so.
You're like, yeah.
So like now I like look at girls and I'm like, ooh, like I'm scared. Like you're pretty, but I'm scared of you.
One of my
Honestly.
boys' girlfriends that doesn't like you now.
Oh yeah,
Me and her, we love looking at women.
I remember that. Yeah.
we just be like seeing her go, oh, she fine, and we'll do that. But we just appreciate beauty. We not like trying to swerve in.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah.
That I mean, you can always appreciate another guy too. Like you don't.
Yeah, I
have
mean,
to
I
be-
do that. I do that when I'm
Yeah.
with you guys.
Yeah, I'll be like, oh my god, that's a
'Cause
fine ass.
I know-
Andrew's like, yeah, that's a fine. Oh my god.
I know what.
I have a thing for
Oh,
guys
that's a
dressed
good
as
point.
elves.
She likes elves.
I do.
He's like borderline furry, but not.
No, he's not a furry. No, don't say
No,
that.
not him, but elves. Elves are like border.
Nah, I wouldn't.
No.
I'm disagree. I think
Really?
elves. I
Get
think
that
elves.
out of the box.
I think elves are hot, bro.
Thank you.
Elves is like an edge. I understand what you mean. It's like edge.
It's border.
it's like-
okay.
I'd say it's edge
I don't-
normal,
Okay,
'cause
it's
it
not
edge to normal.
borderline, but it's sus. It's a little sus. Oh my god.
So
It's a little sus, just a little bit.
That's so cute. I love those.
This is Artemis and the Infinity Sims, her Infinity Sims, and we have like little pictures of guys who sent for me, photoshopped onto Thanos' goblet.
Goblet.
What's it
I love how you
called?
say that.
No,
Goblet.
that was cute.
Gauntlet.
Goblet.
It's an infinity gauntlet.
Oh, gauntlet.
I like goblet more though.
Goblet, swallow it.
Stop.
Oh.
Drip down the side of it. No.
But John would probably do some petty shit where my ex cut her hair, and that haircut is so bad, and I would love to see what he could do with that.
I want to know what he would do.
Because
he
would do such a funny.
Because you know what's even crazier? Like, not even on, like, any shady stuff, but, like, no one that I know in real life actually liked it.
So,
like, actually.
I don't know why she did that.
So remember my ex Marshmallow?
Mm-hmm.
So, Kai doesn't know who Marshmallow is. Anyway, he said that he wanted to shave his head, or he was going to shave his head during the summer. And John was like, abso-fucking-lutely not. And so he photoshopped him bald, and I brought it back to school. And I was like, so this is what John said he'd look like bald. And he's like, why do you make me fucking ugly? And I was like, no.
Nah, that's just how you look, bro.
I think I know which one you're talking about. I think.
Yeah, I mean, she cut her hair, and Shorty was kind of bad before.
She's a before.
No, she was. She's attractive for sure. She's definitely attractive.
But then she cut her hair. That shit don't hit.
Too.
That shit do not hit, bro.
Yeah, no.
I mean,
that hair was a key piece. Shorty still looked good, but like
maybe without the bangs.
It's just that she didn't always style it too. Like when it was curled, it didn't look too bad.
She's super lazy.
Oh yeah, like. Not even gonna lie, that was my main problem with her, was her being lazy. Yeah, especially at work.
When we were together, she was pretty fucking productive, man. Like, she was getting shit done. She was doing laundry.
That's because she's the type of person where it starts off good, and then just progressively.
Yeah, I mean, I lived it.
We love to see it. No, we don't. Not that toxic shit. Wow.
So John ships some things that I don't necessarily ship. So there's a lot of people with infinity simps. Like, whoever he thinks that he wants to ship me with that week, he'll paste the guy or girl's face onto Thanos and just do the infinity Artemises. And they're dumb pictures, too. They're pictures that he's collected of me through many a snaps.
I just want to know why he uses the same photo.
It's probably because he might do those in, the Snapchat one, where he might just be using the cuts he has from Snap.
Oh, okay.
No, he has another version. I'll show you.
But still, we need some new memes from John, because...
Oh, he has memes. I just haven't showed you all.
Oh, I know he does. I need them from him. That's what I'm saying.
He needs to send you
He needs to start giving me some new material, because I'm tired of seeing the same thing.
I got Infinity Johns.
Yeah.
The Infinity Jones? Oh, that's so cute.
Literally all just him. They're all the same.
They're all edited too.
What's his obsession with Thanos though?
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
that's been a thing with like kind of like nerdy boys that like don't get girls. Not Jock and John there, but they all have an obsession with Thanos for some reason.
So,
girl.
Can I discuss something?
Mm.
So, I was talking to John, and I'm interested in this guy, and we were talking about him, and he's like, just make sure he's not a game room kid. And I was like, what do you mean a game room kid? And he's like, you know at UNLV, like, the kids who, like, just hang out in the game room and just, like, stare at any woman who comes close to the vicinity, and they have, like, an odor around them, like, the hormones just circling them. And he's like, is he like that? And I was like, no, he's not like that.
It's just the fact that he knows what that is.
But then
he was so descriptive.
But it's so funny.
But he's gone to the game room. Like, he's taken me there, and he's taken me and this other guy. I don't even know what to call him. Jay. We'll call him Jay.
Uh-huh.
And we all went to the game room together, and we were playing dance games. And I was like, okay.
Like Dance Dance Revolution?
Yeah. So I was like, what's the difference between a game room kid and a dance game kid? And he's like, oh no, they're different realms. He's like, a game room kid is like a nerdy kid, and then there's like the normal gamer guys, which Dre would be considered. Like, he's still...
Yeah, Dre is a cool... He's
cool.
He's a cool guy, so...
And then there's like...
You wouldn't know I play games unless I told you, basically.
Yeah, you wouldn't know.
I wouldn't pin you as a video game person.
But you can look at a game kid and be like,
you'll
be playing Minecraft tonight, huh?
Games. Yeah, I know you play games.
Yeah, or like, I know you got some Yu-Gi-Oh cards or some Pokemon cards.
The man walk around with a binder of Pokemon cards, and then he got his little hoodie that he wears to school every single day. He smells a little rank.
He has the
Dragon Ball hoodie.
That's like a purse, but you put it over your shoulder.
And then he's got the symbol on his shirts that's like Zelda or something.
I like Zelda.
I like Zelda, but you
you
see a chunky boy wearing a Zelda shirt, you're like, oh,
chunky
you play games.
boy.
Chunky?
I love a chunky
Well,
boy.
the thing was, John was
Short and
like,
chunky?
you can't have a type of two different, like, he's like, they're all different realms. So you're either into dance guys or you're into, like, gamer guys. Or
When you say dancer guys, like, what do you mean by that? Like
Dance Revolution, like dance
okay,
game guys.
that's what I thought.
No, not some, like,
Dance
we
Revolution
ain't talking
fun.
about jocks.
No, I'm talking about like
Jocks are
actual
pretty, man.
dancers.
I hate jocks, but they're pretty. I like to observe them. I like to watch them, but I don't like to talk to them.
I like the
Female jocks are really
dancers.
fun to talk to because they're super nice and they only talk
They
shit
are
behind your
nice.
backs. They only talk shit behind your back, and that's fun in games because I love the drama. But like when you see them in person, they're super nice. But boys have ego battles. And I talked to Tino about this, and it's really hard to talk to boys because you have to like drop your ego and like basically praise them and compliment them so that they act chill and they let their guard down and stop being an asshole.
That's sad. But I mean, it's true though. I mean, it's the same for girls too. Sometimes, like if I'm like talking about something that I know I'm good at, sometimes I'll be like, well, yeah, but also like I know that you like to do this too, because it's like it's the same concept essentially. It's like you don't want to. It's like you kind of got to talk yourself down a little bit so that they're not like a bitch to you because they're like, oh, this bitch, she thinks she's all, and I'm just like, no, I don't think any of that. I'm talking about what I like.
Be humble and stuff. Yeah.
Yes,
you can like brag a little bit, but don't.
I'm not a bragger.
You can be
though.
confident in it, right? But don't
Yeah.
brag. Something like
I'm
that.
not a bragger. I don't.
You don't like to brag.
I don't have anything to brag like that. Honestly.
What are you good at?
What am I good at? What I personally think I'm good
Yeah.
at?
What do you personally think you good
I
at?
think I'm good at painting,
I think
drawing, sketching.
I think you are as well.
I am good at
I'm a
embarrassing
good-
myself.
Everybody's good at that.
You got me speechless. Okay. I'm a good art kid. Like I was good at like acting. I was good at dancing. I was good at singing. I was good at the arts. That's
I'm
what
pretty
good
pretty
at.
decent at
But
everything.
I'm also pretty like business savvy. Just I'd like to think so. Only because of my sister though, because that girl, that's a business woman right there.
You know, I want her to give me a massage, but
You should tell
that's
her.
like I was
'cause
talking
she
to my
would love
mom.
to.
I was talking to my mom. She was like, "You have to like those are expensive because like she's a full
She's
on
probably
masseuse,
not
right?"
even gonna.
Yeah, no,
but she's
I know.
Probably not gonna
She probably wouldn't
you.
charge you, but I'm still gonna tip her like the normal amount that it would cost to do one, right?
She probably wouldn't even charge you. Even
Well,
if
I mean that's the thing. You slip
if
it.
you were trying.
You just
to.
slip it in like her coffee mug. You good?
I'm
Maybe,
good.
hey, let's make her like a nice
Make her
dinner.
a vegan dinner. She's
A nice
huge
vegan dinner.
vegan now.
And let's grab a bottle of wine.
She doesn't drink. That'll be for me, but you can still grab it if you want to.
Oh, I didn't know
You are an
she-
alcoholic.
Stop calling me out.
Functioning alcohol.
You guys are functioning alcoholics. I don't
I'm
drink
a
at all.
functioning, depressed, anxious, disaster alcoholic.
But isn't that most
But that's
people
rude.
our age now? Like,
Yeah.
Nah, it's
He
kinda-
said no, not me.
it's like the people that you meet. If you have those problems yourself, the people you'll meet and relate to are like that. But if you meet a normal like jock kid,
yeah, when I met
They struggle
you,
a little bit.
I was like, this man is
maybe I run in
stable.
the wrong circles.
well, you've been through a lot of shit, and you're surrounded by a lot of people that have been through a lot of shit, right?
Okay, I didn't.
But it's
I
like-
didn't necessarily mean that. Like the numbers haven't increased dramatically.
It's more socially okay to talk about, right?
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
it makes it more open, so it can be more accepting. So if you have a bad degree of it, if you're very depressed or something like that, you can talk to someone that has like some mild depression that every now and then, and you can still relate to that and connect through that.
Yeah.
So everybody has it at some point, but you guys have gone through it much more severely than others. So I know what you mean by like what you were trying to say there. It's more accepted, so everyone can talk about their struggles.
So that girl I watch on that amazing woman I watch on Instagram and
I know who you're talking
TikTok,
about.
and I showed her to Dre, Lindsay
her.
Atkinson. She is just so open and vocal about mental health and how she's feeling and her real life versus like what's fake, and her whole story. Like she does a podcast and it's so inspiring and it just makes me feel good. She's so positive online, and she will admit like, hey, I'm having a bad day today. It's been a rough couple of days, but I want you guys to know that that's okay.
You
Yeah,
know what?
like,
I
that's so
appreciate
positive.
people like that because for me, it's hard. It's not hard admitting when I'm having a bad day, but it's hard like coming out of it. Like when does my bad day end? Essentially?
Yeah,
Or like
that's
if
hard.
I'm having a continuous, like for instance, this week, I've been having a stressful, depressing, terrible week. And it's like, when can I actually say that I'm not having that anymore, and I'm just kind of at like a neutral state. That's what's hard for me, is to like come out of it. Like, I don't know when I come out of it. It's just kind of.
Well, Kai mentioned earlier that I'm pretty busy and I have a busy and kind of messy life at times, and I've been going through it for a while, and she just felt bad kind of bugging me because I'm going through all of that. But the thing is, after a while, like, if it keeps on going like that, you can't like soak in like, oh my gosh, this is so bad. And I just kind of, you gotta get out of it and be like, hey, look at the positive things. What can I do to control, like to gain control back? Because you can't control all of these bad things happening to you, but you can change your mindset about it, and you can do little things to make it easier for yourself.
That's true.
Yeah, that's huge importance. And like someone that is open about that mental health, that's an influencer and someone you can look up to, having someone like that in your life is very important. Because I have some people I look up to. Mostly it's just my dad and my grandpa, because my family's very okay. And
Your dad's so cool.
my dad is
I love
your mom's cool.
I love
my mom is
your
so
mom.
nice, man.
I love her.
Yeah,
Like,
she's
she's my
amazing.
favorite person.
She likes my pancakes.
She likes the cup that I got her.
She's very nice. She's very sweet.
I love her. She's great.
Yo,
She's our financial advisor.
honestly, yep, yeah. But hey, my cousin makes t-shirts, and we should just make a Dre's Mom Club t-shirt.
Oh my god, I would be so down. Like, honestly,
I can hit her up.
That'd be so cute.
We'd love to see it.
Just
I'll
let me
pay
know
for it.
after the podcast the color schemes,
Yeah,
and we'll
I'll
get
pay
matching t-shirts.
Yes.
But did you want to talk before we're through about like your week's been significantly harder because of Margaret, like something that happened?
Yeah, because yes, because actually I tweeted about a specific day,
Oh, I didn't see this shit.
and
Let me pull
Dre
that up.
tweeted me back about it. And I didn't expect you to, because you're not really on social media, so.
I've been
And plus,
trying.
I forget that I have you guys on social media, so I'm literally tweeting to myself.
I still owe you that, by the way.
No, you're fine.
I'll get it sometime. I forgot you was coming today.
But I don't know if it was accidental, because we were just kind of rolling with it. I was talking to my coworker, and she was just like, we were just talking in general, because she kind of knows my history with Margaret,
Mhm.
and she was like, we were talking about how.
Was it Judy?
No.
Oh.
This is coworker 3,
Oh.
the new one.
Oh. Okay.
Yeah.
Like you named them 1, 2, and 3.
Yeah.
She knew exactly what you were talking about when you said 3.
We know who 2 is.
Okay.
Yeah.
Mhm.
But anyways, me and her were just kind of talking, because I was really just venting about why I was stressed, because she was like, hey, is there anything I can do? Like, do you want to talk about it? And at first I was like, no, I don't want to talk about it, because I'm just going to get upset. But she was like, I mean, like, I don't want to pressure you into talking, but also, like, if you just need to get it off your chest, then just get it off your chest. And I'm a person who just bottles it all up until I'm ready to.
You repress.
It's, like, super hard. And I literally went into how Margaret makes me feel. And I literally started bawling, because I didn't know how to explain how she makes me feel. Because she literally makes me sad.
Feel
She
small.
makes me depressed. She makes me feel insignificant. She makes me feel needy. And I'm not a needy person, like, at all.
Nah,
I don't ask
no
for very
shot.
much, if ever. She makes me feel angry. Like, if anything, it's mostly just anger, too. But really, like, overall, like, she just really made me sad. Especially because of what happened before that led to us being closer. First, it was ex number 1, then it was Julie, then it was Margaret.
Yeah.
And Margaret was probably the hardest, because she always made it seem like, or she always made it a point to make me feel like, you need to stop reaching out to me, because I have my own problems, and I can't cater to yours, pretty much. Even though it wasn't a situation where I was always talking about my problems to her, because another thing about Margaret is that she's such a self-centered person that her problems are the only ones that matter to her. So anytime we would talk, she would literally only talk about her problems with Dre. Like, and that was my thing. I don't even know if I was able to tell you that, Dre, was that every time after you guys started dating, that me and her hung out or ever talked or were at work together, or if we were ever in the same space together, every conversation that we ever had always led to you. Every single time. To the point where, literally, to the point where it felt like I literally felt like I was speaking to a wall. Like, literally, I was just like, okay, I'm just going to stop talking about it to her, because after trying to talk to her about it, then it became, you need to just, like, I'm going through my own stuff right now. Like, I want to be there for you. Like, let me know what you need from me. And then it's, I can't be there for you because I'm stressed out, I'm depressed, I don't have the mental space to do this. But then she's out with Dre, or she's out with Art, or she's out with her cousins having a blast, you know?
Yeah, and I've asked her before, because something happened and it was like a spur of the moment thing, and I went over there with a friend, and I was like, oh hey, where's Kai? And she's like, oh, I don't know. And I was like, you didn't invite her?
And what's crazy is, the last time I had ever asked her for anything, I was in a really bad headspace at the time. And she was like, she asked me, what can I do for you? And this was the first time I actually gave her an answer, because before I'd just be like, I don't know, I just need a vent. But this one time I told her, I was like, and this comes back to the friend dates, because I had asked her, I was like, hey, what I need from you right now is just, I need a day where I can just, like, feel like a normal person having a day with a friend. And we planned it out for we planned it out at least a week or two in advance, just to make sure like this was an okay day. And I had been looking forward to it like for so long, because I was like in this slump for such a long time, that when it came to that day, she bailed on me, and she didn't text me, she didn't call me. And what's even crazier was the next day when I went into work, the only thing that she left for me was a little note that said, sorry I couldn't hang out with you. I've been dealing with my own things right now. And that was the only thing she ever said to me. And literally after that, after I explained that story to my coworker, I started crying so hard, because when my coworker asked me, like that day, what was happening, I had told her that Margaret went out with our other coworker on the exact same picnic date that I had asked her to go out on months ago before we stopped being friends. And it made me cry, because I was like, you would rather go out on a picnic or a friend date with a coworker, and she's a great coworker, the person that Margaret was, she's
but
great.
She doesn't know her as
she
well,
doesn't. She's known this girl for maybe 3 months, if that, and was willing to go out with her on a whim after work. And the coworker that she went out with was telling me about it. Was like, yeah, it was so fun. Like, we talked so much. She said, and I didn't want to say anything to her about how I felt about it, because I was like, I don't want to ruin her perception
because she didn't know.
Margaret.
It wasn't her fault.
You know, and I don't like talking shit like that to other people.
I agree. I do the same thing.
You know, and so I wasn't trying to ruin that for her, and I was just like, yeah, that's great. And I think she could kind of tell that I just didn't want to talk about it, because she never talked about it again. She was just like, yeah, we had a picnic. She talked about it. She noticed that I was just kind of quiet after that, and then she just dropped it.
That's really nice on her part, though.
Yeah, because she picked up on it really fast. And she was just like, yeah, so me and you. And then that's when she was like, hey, me and you should go on a friend date if you ever need it. And I was explaining that to the coworker who asked me, and I started crying so hard, because I literally was like, I don't even know, like, how to feel about it. Like, I told her, I was like, it's so hard for me to listen to my coworker, like, do that with her and not feel some type of way. Like, I tried so hard to not feel some type of way about Margaret, but she makes it so hard.
Your feelings, your emotions, you can't control. Your feelings you can't control. They're always valid.
Right.
So when you feel something like that, it's okay to feel that, and you just have to kind of take a step back what you can control is your actions from then on, your view of it. So you can say, hey, I feel this way. I'm upset, and I know why I'm upset. And these are what I'm going to do, or the steps I'm going to take, or I can't talk about it right now, or I'll get angry. And I know that's going to lead to something else.
Right.
But your feelings, your emotions, 100% valid all the time.
And I know, it was weird, because I tweeted about it later that night.
Well, we don't want to feel that way.
I know, and I told my coworker, I was like, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to cry in front of you. I'm not a crier, especially not in public. She was like, do you need a hug? I was like, yes, I need a hug.
And you're not a hug person.
I don't like to be touched by other people. I just don't. Don't touch me. If I don't touch you, don't touch me. But it was just an experience, honestly, to have like so much emotion behind like a person. Like, just the whole experience was just fucking trash, honestly. Throw the whole girl away. Throw Margaret away.
How do I feel about Max?
I was on the I was at the MGM, and they have like the Hunger Games experience, the CSI experience.
I saw that on Snap.
It was so cool, man.
They're back open, huh?
I don't know if they're back open, but it was because that was outside the exhibit. But it was like I took a picture of like the Katniss Everdeen from the Hunger Games Mockingjay Part 2 or something like that, and that was so cool. It was like the red suit. That was awesome.
I thought it was pretty cool. Like, was it like a replica or was it?
I think it's from the movie.
Oh my gosh, that's tight.
That was really cool.
Dude, we do live.
You know what though? There is an exhibit in Louis Vuitton on the Strip. I want to say it's called a Cobb. It's an art exhibit. It's like it's a real life experience, girl. I honestly think, I don't know if you guys would appreciate it, like honestly, because it's for art kids for sure. It's an experience for me at least.
Art. You know how much time I spent down at First Friday down in the art exhibit?
Then yeah, I think I feel like you guys would probably appreciate it if you were to just check it out.
I'd probably just be vibing.
The thing is, though, it's such an experience. You have to sign paperwork. You have to write down your name and address. It's some serious stuff. It's even you have to take off your shoes, and they give you like little booties to put on. Stop. You put on like these little booties or foot coverings to go into the exhibit because they said you can't sit or use your shoes because you can mess up the art piece. And I was like, damn, that's some exclusive stuff. My girl, I went in there. It was beautiful. Absolutely, like, it was so, like, surreal. Like, it felt like I was, like, dreaming. It was crazy.
That
and
sounds really cool.
I think we should do that.
Let's go. I think we should check out Area 15 sometime.
Oh my god, I've been wanting to go there.
I want to go on a themed on October. They theme it.
Yes.
Oh my god. So from what I've heard though, they've been really good about COVID guidelines too.
Oh yeah.
I feel safer about doing stuff in town.
I'm not tripping because I'm vaccinated, so I can kind of do whatever I want. I got vaccinated for work.
I can get vaccinated now. You can. You're an essential worker. It just went through.
Guess who's getting vaccinated?
So we can. Willow just got vaccinated today. His second shot.
What?
Yeah. So
my mom has her first.
Nice.
We love Mama.
She got the other one though. She got like the Medina or whatever.
Oh my god.
I got the Panzer one.
Cancer.
My thing is, I only ever get like the first letter and like one letter inside the word correct.
Okay, let me tell you, that's what I do when I read books. Like, I read like the first letter and like half the name, that I make up something, and then the movie comes out, and I'm like, who the hell are these people?
Yeah, the boys hate me for it. Because I'm terrible at reading things. We used to play Civ 6 together. And
I love Civ 6!
And the Natural Wonders, they all have names. They would make me read the name every time, but like I could not read it. I'd be like, this is the Flong Shishi Mountain. I had no clue what I was talking about.
Yikes,
this is a weird comment, but that Benadryl makes me feel high.
So, did you know that
like,
if you
I feel so weird right now.
If you take a lot of Benadryl, you will trip, but it's like a dangerous trip. Like,
I've only had 2 today.
Oh, you know what?
No, I know, but if you, like, eat an entire bottle, you'll start freaking out, but, like, in the worst way. Like, you'll start seeing things. Like, I saw a thread on Twitter, and people are like, do not do it. Like,
really?
Because
Just take some
scary.
acid instead. You'll be all right.
Yeah, I mean, that's technically safer, according to these people.
100%. dude, prescription drugs are so dangerous, but like overdosing on prescription drugs reminds me of my ex
Oh shit.
and like the manipulative shit she would do. Of
That pissed me off. I didn't know until Art told me, but yeah, that was fucked up. It was really fucked up. But quick disclaimer.
Quick disclaimer. We are not professionals. Don't do drugs, kids. And we did not research this information, so.
Yeah, I'm just talking about what I know in my brain. It could or could not be true.
Yeah,
if I'm citing sources, I probably know something more, but I'm not citing no sources. But yeah,
That was crazy.
So.
And what's crazy
I
is
still
how
don't-
her cousin exposed her to me.
Yeah, I still don't know if it's fully true.
It's
of like,
not, because
that's
I
what,
went to her house.
That's what I thought is that, because I'm still trying to give her the benefit that she at least did something.
She took, like,
She didn't
NyQuil, pretty much.
Yeah, and it was like
The equivalent to NyQuil.
a like slightly bigger.
And she didn't even take the full dosage, apparently.
Yeah.
It's like a spoonful.
Yeah, if that.
So
you know
she
how
did,
the normal dosage is like 2 tablespoons for an adult? She probably took like 1.
Yeah.
And I was so livid. When I said, I was like pissed off, like, I was like, how are you gonna have like, cause there was like 4 different people texting me. It was the other version of her name texting me.
Is that even abusing the drug?
It's not even
No.
abusing the drug.
No.
It's her abusing him.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
Mentally, that was so messed up.
It's like a thing because it's like I think it came from like maybe it was like she wanted to actually kill herself or something, and like she wanted me to think that or something.
She wanted you to think that she
Yeah.
was gonna do it because she
But
wanted that.
she
attention.
still did something technically, but it's like you did less than a normal dose, so you're not even close. So you're underdosing.
She knew the intentions behind the words. But
Yeah,
she
so
wasn't gonna fully
she
go
knew what she
through
was
with
saying
the
to me.
actions. Yeah.
She knew what she knew she was manipulating me, but with her words, what she was saying, and she technically had something to back it up. So when I actually cared and like called her, she was not ready to get called out like that.
No, she
Because
was not.
I could tell on the phone while I was talking to her and stuff that like she wasn't serious and all that because like I could tell she was afraid in her voice, and it wasn't afraid because she was on something. It was because
afraid
I
because
was.
you
It's
knew.
because I called and I was
Yeah.
worried that like you just tried to take something and overdose, but
Yeah.
you took NyQuil, a spoonful of NyQuil, and I'm sitting here worried that you might die tonight.
Right.
I just want to chime in and say while this was all happening, pretty much all 3 of us were involved, me more indirectly, and that it was taken super seriously. We were talking to her and family and reaching out, and
I went to her house.
Yes, so
multiple times.
this was taken extremely seriously. We weren't, even if we thought that she wasn't faking it, we took it 100%
Yeah.
seriously.
I mean, during the time period, we all thought it was true,
Yeah.
and we all wanted to be there and make sure she was alive and make sure she went to a hospital and that she was going to be
all
okay.
sorts of things.
And
That's why
we're-
when
we only
found
talk
out,
we only talk down on this now is because we found out that it was fake later.
we
But
know. Like,
during the time period, take it serious, and if this ever happened again, we would take it serious. And maybe we'd have some doubts in our mind about it being true because of the trauma we've been through.
Yeah.
But we would take it serious in the moment, keep those thoughts to ourselves until a later date.
Yeah, because we only have those doubts because of people like that.
Because you've been through something, that's why you
Yeah.
have the doubt.
And that was terrifying. Like I literally remember coming home and I have like 17 text messages and
It made
like
me
14
mad.
missed calls, and I'm like, oh my god, Mom, I'll be right back. I'm gonna go check on Margaret really quick. She's like, oh my god, is she okay? I'm like, I don't know.
that's why I need to go now.
Yeah, that's why I need to go like right now. I like even so involved with her that even like my mom and my sister were like, oh my god, how is Margaret? Like, is she okay? Like, how is she doing? How's her mental? Like, how are you? Like, how can you be so fucked up that you threatened not even just Dre, but like to
One
the
of your
extent of
best
your
friends.
your friends that you threatened your life. Like, you threatened to just end it all, and that's not even the first time that any of us has really dealt with people who have threatened their lives like that, or we've seen people and known people who have actually committed suicide.
I think all 3 of us have been involved or been around it before this too.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah. And that's why we took it so seriously. And then for it to be oh no, I didn't actually like mean it. I was just really no, bitch. You don't say stuff like that. Like, especially when you're dealing with people who truly care about you, who would like literally stop everything that they have going on for you. Really.
Absolutely. And I didn't even know what part you played in this until later. I was here with Dre, and just seeing him go through it killed me. I was worried as well.
It's funny because I was with my dad, and my dad's a fucking bona fide savage.
Oh, yeah, he definitely is. I was there for that too, but just seeing Dre so freaked out about this, me worrying about her, and it was terrible. It was
awful.
Scary, and then
I was with my dad on it because that's when we took the pictures, so we were processing them.
Yeah, that's why I was like,
we were processing them on the computer,
and then I hear,
Yeah, we were processing them on the computer at the time, and my dad was down there with us, and then I get the text and I tell him like, what's going on? And he's like, make sure she's okay. Like, does she need to go to the hospital? Like, should you call an ambulance?
Yeah.
And he's also on some bullshit like, she shouldn't be doing this. He's giving me advice at the same time, like, you shouldn't be going through this type of shit. Like, he's so fucking.
Like, what the fuck?
He's a savage. So he cared about her a little bit, but he cared about me more, right? Yeah, he wanted to make sure she went to somebody that got help, and I wasn't the help, right?
Yeah.
He was like, get her professionals, not you.
Yeah.
Basically.
Well,
that's all you can do for her, at least.
A close friend of mine works as a mental health nurse, and he told me too, once upon a time, like way back when, he said, even if you think it's a joke, anytime anyone like threatens or even like says they're gonna commit suicide, you take that absolutely seriously, but you don't have to be the one to go there. Like, you call the cops, they have to go there and explore it. Like, they will be safe.
Yeah, like, there's only so much you can do.
I mean, even if you don't know, or someone you don't like, or an ex calls you and says, like, hey, I'm gonna do it, you just call the professionals, and that's what they're there for.
My dad is currently writing permanent solution to a temporary problem on the board. And that's his thoughts on suicide.
Get over your own self.
He said, get over your own self. Yeah, he's a bona fide savage.
It's too short to even end it quicker.
Life's too short to end it quicker. I mean, I preach my father's advice. He's the reason I'm so good at giving advice. But he's hard. You alright?
I need to use the bathroom.
Go for it.
Yeah, go ahead.
We can wrap up for you.
Yeah, but
I love our fans.
Let's talk about ex number 1.
Oh, you want to talk about him?
Oh yeah.
Okay.
I'm ready to rip that asshole, man.
Okay.
Let's talk about. I'm not even gonna say guys, because I know a lot of girls who do it too. We're not even gonna do the whole gender or sexist thing. People who don't know what they want, but want you to treat them with a title.
Yeah.
You know, because that's how I was being treated, essentially.
Mm-hmm.
I don't want to commit. I don't want to put a label on it. I don't want to make things too official. But I want you to treat me like I'm your boyfriend.
Mm-hmm.
No. The fuck?
Yeah, I mean,
pretty much.
That's one of the things I went through with Margaret.
Yeah, that's what made me think of it.
She was very upset that I wouldn't date her, but I wouldn't date her because of what she was putting me through, and that every time we were struggling and stuff, and it's like, okay, it's been a week, and it hasn't been a week without a mental breakdown. You've had one every single week.
Literally.
So if you couldn't go like a month of us being like, because we dated officially for a week, and then I broke up with her, and I stayed with her for a couple more months while like there was a possibility of getting back together. But she would have a mental breakdown every week, and she like if she went a month like being okay and getting better and working on things and like seeing a therapist,
that's what I'm saying. Like, we wouldn't have had such a
something other than me to handle her mental breakdowns, right?
Yeah.
Like, because at that point I was just a tool for her, and I'm like, why am I gonna be a boyfriend to something like this? Like,
yeah,
this
seriously.
This is like a project, not a relationship.
It really
I'm investing a lot into it.
It's a situationship,
and I get very little out of it. So I'm not gonna officially date you. I'm not gonna be your boyfriend. I know what I want. I want a relationship.
Right.
But I don't want to deal with this, right? So it was just because I was infatuated with her, because I was in love with her, that I didn't leave then.
Right.
I would have left way before. The
Right.
first time I broke up, I would have just stopped and left that.
Honestly, you know what? In the beginning of my relationship, that should have been like the first like out for me.
Yeah,
like,
yeah. It's someone that
I don't wanna
doesn't know what they want,
commit,
but
like I
yeah,
still want you
commitment
to
issues.
treat me like fucking royalty. Like no.
yeah, people
that
that
should have been it for me.
people that want to be treated like they're in a relationship, because the way I treated her was like we were in a relationship.
Yeah, I literally
So I treated
didn't know
her-
when you guys were in the relationship and not in the relationship.
So I treated her very well all the time, because I wanted a relationship with her. I just wanted her to be in a stable situation where it was possible for us to actually have a relationship.
Right.
But we never got to that point. So
Man, you couldn't get to that
I
point.
basically was doing what you were doing.
Literally, that's why I brought it up, because it's like for all those people out there like in relationships right now, like you need to make sure that whoever you're in a relationship with, you need to make sure that you both know what you want, otherwise you are fucked. Because let me tell you, I was in a relationship with this guy for maybe 5 months, maybe, and it was always a situation where he was comparing me to other girls to my face. I remember the first night, and it's a TMI a little tiny bit, but I remember the first time we ever slept together, and literally not even like 5 minutes after, he's like, oh yeah, I told my mom that I don't think you're prettier than my ex. And I literally was like fucking naked next to him. I was like, okay, well.
Fuck you,
Yeah,
douchebag.
I was like, okay. Like, I didn't even know how to respond, because I was just like, oh, well, like, because in my mind, the way I processed that was that, oh, well, maybe I should just be better then. So, and that's how the relationship went literally all the time, was him comparing me to other girls in his life or not in his life, and then me trying to make up for what he thought I lacked.
Uh-huh.
Which wasn't very much, because he would just complain. He's like, you're not giving me enough attention. Like, you're not treating me like your boyfriend, or these girls in my class treat me better than you. And I'm just like, okay, well then go date those bitches then. No, I'm not even going to say bitches. Go date those girls, because I'm not going to sit here and allow you to just, why and then not even that, but like consistently bringing up his ex too. Like,
people that aren't over their ex piss me off.
Pretty much. And then what should also have been a red flag was him bringing up a girl that was like, who liked him, and was like, how do I get rid of her? Like, she's so weird, and talked so much shit about her. And then that was the girl that he pretty much is dating now.
Yeah.
Like, literally. And I'm just like, okay. Like, whatever floats your boat, guy. But yeah, that was one hell of a roller coaster right there.
Yeah, I had the similar
Yeah.
situation, opposite thing though, because I was the one treating them, because we were both the ones treating them like we were in a relationship without the label, but I was the one refusing to give it the label, because I'm not going to date you and break up with you every single week.
Right. That should have been me.
Because
like,
I don't
just never did any of
I
that.
don't take people back. I don't like to. I don't like the idea. She was the first one I ever was going to, but I never officially did. And I'm kind of happy I didn't, because then I still don't have that label attached to me that I never took someone back. Still,
Exactly.
I can still say that. So.
I don't even like to count him as an ex.
But you had the one where it was he refused to get the label and got the treatment at the same time.
Yeah, because he knew I was like. I told him the type of person that I was. I told him, like, I'm a very loyal person. Like, if I like you, like, you're it for me. Like, you are my center, Like, I have tunnel vision. Like, I'm like, I don't even know how to explain it, but it's like how I treat my friends. Like, I'm a ride or die for my friends. I'm especially a ride or die for you, especially if I'm, like, interested in you romantically. Like, and, like, in my mind, I just kept blaming myself for, like, everything, pretty much. Like, I just was like, yeah, I'm sorry. Like, I can do better. Like, what do you want me to do? How do you want me to treat you? And then like, bringing up, oh, yeah, babe, these girls asked me out for this, and this. Or this girl asked me out on a date, and I think I'm going to go for the free food. And I'm like, dude, fuck you, honestly.
Yeah,
like,
that's just fucked.
If you were to hear everything that I went through, Draylen, you probably I already know you hate him, but yeah.
Going on dates with like other people while in a relationship, like for free food or scammers type shit like that, is fucked up by itself, and you shouldn't do that in a relationship because it's toxic. It breeds jealousy.
Yeah.
And
Not
going
only that, but
going on like Tinder
too. Like,
there's the people that have Tinder for like emotional support while in a relationship. They don't tell their significant other about it. That shit's fucked up too.
That's real fucked up. That's that sneaky ass shit. That's what I was going through with him.
Snake.
Seriously,
You gotta cut the grass.
Motherfucker was
Start playing some Waka Flocka Flame.
on some whole snake ass shit. Like, it's crazy because then I think about like, damn, how much shit was he talking about me to her?
Yeah.
Like, did she know? And what's crazy is, I was like, at one point I asked him, I was like, okay, you keep talking about these girls asking you out. Why do you keep making it a thing where they think they can ask you out? Like, are you making yourself available like that when I'm not around? Like, why are they so comfortable flirting with you like that?
Yeah.
Like, what's wrong with you? Like, not what's wrong with you, but like, if you
like,
want me to treat you like my boyfriend, then you need to be on that same wavelength.
Yeah, I mean, he just got the treatment for you, and because he didn't have the label, he didn't have to say, "Oh, I have a girlfriend."
Right.
And all he would have to say is, "I have someone I'm talking to." Mm-hmm. But you know, he wasn't saying that. Mm-hmm. There's
obviously
no shot you're saying that. Yeah, I have someone I'm talking to seriously. No shot you say that. Especially if you won't take the label from it when you get in the treatment you want.
And it's crazy because he's saying like, yeah, I'm telling them that I'm dating you, and I'm just like, okay, well then why are they comfortable asking you out?
Yeah,
like,
it's
what
like
kind of girls are you surrounding?
You telling me that you telling them that you date me, but you not telling me we're dating? Like
that's crazy.
Like,
and you know what's the most toxic thing he did to me?
What?
Bro, this man.
Why you smile when you say that?
Because this shit is fucking crazy. Because
smile
my
through
last
a pain
ex,
looking ass?
No, my last ex did this shit too. It was the weirdest thing. I was hanging out with Julie. We were at like her cousin's house or something, and I was just standing there like nothing special was happening. He just looked at me. He was like, "I love you," and I was like, what? And I was like, "You what?" And he was like, "I love you," and I was just like, "Oh, I love you too." But I was like, I didn't like. But this is fucked up on my part because. I'm the type of person, unfortunately, like, if you tell me that you love me, I'm going to say it back even if I don't love you. It's sad because I should be real about it.
I do the same thing, but I learned my lesson from my ex before, Margaret, yeah.
Yeah.
Because I would tell her I love her all the time when I had fallen out of love already.
Right.
And I was like, this is not something okay to do.
I did not love it. It was so weird because he was just like, oh my God, like, and it was weird. And you know what's even crazier?
What?
Bro, I caught him slipping. That's the craziest thing just knowing me as a person, like, bro, I basically caught you slipping. And I stayed anyway. I was literally on this man's phone ordering food for our date night, quote unquote date night. And this message pops up from the girl that he was talking shit about, and was like, "Oh, I miss you too." And he was sitting behind me.
I'm gone.
This man was sitting behind me, watching me order the food, watching me look at the message, and he goes, "I'm gonna cry." I was like, "Why?" Like, it was like a movie. I was like, "Why are you about to cry?" He's like, I don't know. It's a group chat. Like, I swear it's not what it is. And in my mind, I was just like, we're not a thing, so it's fine. I'm gonna stay because we're not a thing, and it's fine. And I told him, I was like...
You put yourself through a lot of shit.
I put myself through a lot of shit because I have too much faith in people.
And he was just lucky we around, otherwise you would still be going through shit.
Because honestly...
Some people would tell you, get out.
He was like, oh my God, like, I'm gonna cry, like, I hope you're... Like, are you mad at me? And I was just like, no, because I'm not yours and you're not mine. And he was just like, I thought I was gonna lose you, like, you're the best thing. And he was like, I swear, like, it's just...
The boys are demons.
They're fucking evil.
They like, he did you dirty right there, and then like 5 seconds later you feel good because you just said all that shit right.
I didn't feel good. I actually wanted him to take me home, but I didn't want to say that because he was like, I'm gonna cry, and you know, I'm a sucker. Like, I was like, it's okay.
They're
like,
so fucking manipulative, man.
He is like top notch manipulative because
oh my God.
One moment it's, oh my God, I'm so in love with you. Like, oh my God, like, you're the best thing that ever happened to me. Like, fuck those other girls. And then it's, you don't do enough for me.
Yeah, because
And I'm just like, what
Margaret
the
tried to convince me that I was manipulative because
She almost convinced me that you were manipulative.
she wanted to be manipulated, basically. Like, she wanted to have an excuse or something.
She wanted you to be
right?
the bad guy.
Yeah,
like,
she wanted
so
me to be bad. And I wasn't bad. So, but I'm headstrong, right? So I believe something, and when I believe something, I believe it for a reason, so I tell you the reasons I believe it. And it makes sense because I'm not stupid.
Right.
And, like, I'll give you reasons why things are... So when we weren't working out, I would give her reasons, and I'd be like, why doesn't this work? And I'm like, this is what I'm seeing, and, like, I'm trying my best. Like, what am I not doing right and stuff? And then she'd be like, I just feel like you're manipulating me and stuff. And then she'd get teary-eyed and shit, and then I'm a fucking boy. I'm about to fall for that shit.
Just like,
I fall for that shit.
Sorry.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
Yeah, that's me too. I was just like, oh my god, like I'm sorry that you feel like you got caught because you did.
Yeah,
like,
no,
and
I feel.
It's not that you're sorry that you got caught.
And then I feel bad, but it's like, I should. Why am I dealing with this now? I should be gone.
That's how I felt. At one point, I started. Listen, when I say I ghosted, like at one point when me and my sister moved finally. He had been texting me, man, it started to become a booty call thing, but I wasn't answering. I was just like, he would like text me at like 12 o'clock at night, 1 a.m. and be like, oh my god, I miss you so much.
People that don't block their exes when they do shit like that, when they're bad people like that, I don't get it. If someone's still in love with you or you're still in love with them and you're broken up, you need to not talk to each other.
Yeah, like just
you need time away to heal.
Yourself. Just don't even because it's.
So I don't know why people say like they still getting phone calls from each other and shit.
He would tell me that too. He'd be like, "Oh my god, my ex is still calling me. She's crazy." I'm like, "Just block her." Then.
Yeah,
and
exactly.
he'd be like, "Oh."
Reminds me of TikToks. You know them TikToks that drop and they're like, "So block them."
Exactly.
That shit gets me laughing so hard.
That's what I do. That's what I did. I was like, "Then block her," and he's like. But then she was just using it. I'm like,
that's the
she
funny
ain't
part.
thinking about you like
that's
that.
the funny part about Margaret. Mm-hmm. She probably blocked me and think I've tried to message her before.
Probably.
Yeah.
She probably thinks that I tried to message her after the last message I sent her.
Yeah, and I ain't never fucking.
I ain't going back.
I didn't even talk about her until we talked about her on this podcast. I talked about her on a couple other podcasts, but I haven't like seriously talked about her until now.
I haven't seriously talked about any of my exes up until like now.
And
like
I know she just want me to be the bad guy. I know our exes just want to feel like a good person.
They literally just want us to be the crazy or the messed up or the toxic.
But no, like, I just say it is what it is and move on.
And move on.
And
like
now,
that's why
and now I got a new girlfriend and shit, and I'm doing better.
You know, I'm like, dude, okay. Because at one point I was just over. I was done with his bullshit. Because I just ghosted him at one point.
Hey, they taught us we could do better.
Good. For real though. He's like, I hope you're doing good. Like, I miss you. I'm like, okay. I remember he sent me this paragraph about,
hit him with a K.
Babe, I'm not going to be able to see you for a while. I got to do what I got to do for my family and blah, blah, blah. And I was like, okay, be safe. That's all I said was, okay, be safe. I don't care anymore. Like, do what you do, because at this point, guess who's going to do me?
Yeah, but you should have blocked him.
Huh?
You should have blocked him.
I have.
No, I mean back then.
Oh, yeah, I should have. But that's the thing now.
You gotta learn your lesson somehow.
I was in this state of where, like, I didn't know if we were still a thing, but I was over him. I was just over the bullshit.
Yeah, that's when you, like, gotta take that step and be like, I'm done. I'm out.
Yeah, that's when I ghosted him. That's why I was just like, you know what?
But you should have blocked him instead of ghosting him. Should have blocked him instead of ghosting him.
Dude, I should have did a lot of things instead of doing anything with him. I should have did a lot of...
In the future? In the future, girl?
There ain't no...
You block. You block.
No.
You don't let yourself get hurt like that no more.
Relationships now.
Yeah, and you let us know if somebody's hurting you, so I can hurt them.
It's crazy because literally after we broke up, or after I ghosted him pretty much, and I was telling people what happened, they're like, girl, why didn't you say anything? Like,
exactly.
Like, literally, people are like, are you okay? And I'm just like, I'm great. I'm freaking amazing.
Well,
and then, like, dying on the inside. But I'm great, you know? I don't know. And
that's where we're going to leave it for today.
Yeah, that
was some juice. We've had some fun. I would love to have you back because you're so much fun to talk with. And you bounce off me and let me talk drama, and I love to talk drama.
It was a deep conversation today. But, like, for sure next time, I swear I'm going to be popping off with the jokes. I swear. Because I can't keep talking about all this deep, depressing shit. That's just, you know, that's a lot.
I mean, that's a lot to talk about. That's too heavy. Like, some light stuff.
Yeah, we can't do it every episode.
Yeah, you can't do it every episode.
But, like,
sometimes you just got to be talking about, like, Tinder.
I mean, it
I-
was great though. It was fun.
Yeah.
Next
Thanks
time,
for coming.
For sure.
This has been the My Life's a Movie podcast.
Yes.
Artemis had to leave us a bit early, but thank you for tuning
I love
in.
you, Artemis.
We miss you.
We love you.
So we'll see you next week. Bye bye.